It is episode 279. Genius, take the wheel. And like a real knee massager, I'm gonna take the wheel from Mrs. Evil. And like a real trad wife, she's gonna be like, yes, I have no problem giving up the wheel. Genius, you take the wheel. All right, so I just completed probably my best leg day in probably 2 or 3 months, which I have to say I'm very happy. Well, hey, the car guy is here. What's up? How you doing? Yeah, I feel so burnt up, but I definitely feel mentally so much better than I felt on Sunday. On Sunday, I had a different topic that I wanted to talk about, so I focused on that. But for those who did not see episode 278, probably the worst leg day I've had in probably over a year, I'd probably say. I had to cut things short because my body did not cooperate whatsoever. So I feel very I feel so much better after today, due in part to the fact that my performance for a Wednesday leg day was unexpectedly good, unexpectedly efficient. It's really hard to
I was told to give you a big hug by a complete stranger
oh
because of your choice in vehicle.
oh wow.
Yeah. Hi, guys. So the dude was picking up his car at the garage and he was airing hours
Right.
before I got there.
Right.
So I forgot the lady's name. And she's like, yeah, he was checking out your Siri.
Right.
He was like, I was like, she's wonderful.
Yeah.
I guess I will give her the
Anything to put a smile on the lady's face, because that's what us knee massagers do. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my body. So let me give you guys the quick rundown of what the workout was today. I completed pretty much the same thing that I completed last week, but you were not lying, the car guy. You changed that that avatar. I completed what I completed last week, but in about half the time. To the point where I know Mrs. Evil was pretty annoyed because we left the house, about 40 something minutes later than we intended to, and I still finished way before the original intended time for finish. So I'm like texting her like, okay, are you there? Okay, you there? So I know you had to be pretty annoyed with that, but it really does go to underscore just how effective I was today. That was much more effective than what I have been, particularly on Wednesday leg days. So the car guy, you might have stepped away, but Mrs. Eva was talking about how people like the new car. We did get a new car about a month ago, and I surprised her with it, and she was really happy with it. It's probably one of the top 5 moments of our 19+ year relationship, I'd have to say. Just simply because I love putting a smile on her face as much as possible. The car guy wants to know what car this is. This is the 2025 Mercedes-Benz E350 4MATIC with rear wheel drive. No, rear wheel steering, excuse me. It's all-wheel drive. It's a 4MATIC. But this vehicle has 4-wheel steering, meaning the back wheels also turn in certain maneuvers. So it's a really great handling car for its size. We got the E350, not the E450. So it has, I think, a total of 255 horsepower. We went down in horsepower because we live in New York City, where horsepower is not really that important. But we came down in horsepower by about 100, and we went up in comfort, and we went up in technology by a wide margin. This car is ridiculous. The torque is still in the high 3s, I believe, because of the mild hybrid system. The torque is very torque. In fact, this car actually accelerates quicker than the last one that we had that had like 360 horsepower or something like that. This car accelerates quicker than that at 255 horsepower. So, the dynamics are pretty. The dynamics of this car are actually better. There's only 2 demerits with this car that I can think of that I don't like. Number one, in comfort mode, there is a severe lag when accelerating on the highway. Now, it could be just because the car is brand new and we were like really trying to accelerate, but I've been circumventing that problem by creating an individual mode in the car to have comfort steering and comfort handling, suspension, with the sports mode for the engine, so that when I hit the gas, it goes, especially when I make moves to pass people. Super important. And the other thing that I would have to say is a demerit is that there are a couple of software glitches in the car. So we had an over-the-air update that fixed a wonky driver's side window, and then not long after that, the problem reappeared, but on the passenger side window. So, we're trying to, figure out exactly how we are going to make sure that, these, what a lot of mechanics call electrical gremlins and software issues, we'll see if we can solve some of those problems permanently. Other than that, this car is a dream. The appearance, the outer appearance, is just simply classy. The comfort, even though we had a Mercedes-Benz, the comfort of the ride is significantly more plush than the GLE 450 that we had before. So, we've had this car for about a month or so, and it's been pretty good. So anyway, I completed last week's training, except that I started with the hack squat. And a word about people in the gym. Now, I understand that a lot of people become I understand that a lot of people, I grew up on Need for Speed. I understand that a lot of people believe that going to the gym is a very intimidating thing to do, because you assume that the people that are there that are knowledgeable are looking down on you or making fun of you because you don't look like the other guys in the gym. But I can tell you that the majority of people in the gym, and you guys that followed me for a long time know this, I really try to preach to you guys that the gym is probably one of the safest places for you to be socially. People will not make fun of you. In fact, people will go out of their way to help you to make sure that you're, having a good time in the gym. Now, I had an encounter with a guy where, I was about to get set up to get started on the hack squat, right? And the dude is probably 2 or 3 inches shorter than me, but I outweigh him by at least 50 pounds. Like, it's not even, you can look at us and you can tell who lifts and who doesn't. Now,
Did you see the Virgin cruise ship?
Oh no, I want to make sure I don't hit this car in front of me.
I'm just pointing it out.
Okay.
The Viking's here now. A different one was there yesterday.
Okay.
The last time we saw it was
got
in,
large cruise ships over here, people.
Florida.
Rumor has it that you're not allowed to have sex on the Virgin cruise ship. Okay, so I had an encounter where I've been a coach for now going on 13 years. I've been a coach for a really long time. I recognize safe movement patterns. I recognize unsafe movement patterns very quickly. And, these days I like to ask people if they would like coaching, but you also kind of get an idea of where somebody is mentally. So the dude is trying his hardest to low bar squat like 195 pounds. And he is really struggling. And I can tell he's struggling because when he gets to a certain part in his range of motion, he scrunches up his face like somebody caught him in an arm bar. And you can tell that he's uncomfortable. He's got spinal extension that you already know that lower back pain is either currently present or it's not far behind. I looked at his feet, I looked at his knees, I looked at the fact that he could not get anywhere near 90 degrees with the bar. And in between sets, I said, hey, would you like a safety slash efficiency tip? Because I see something in your movement pattern that represents an injury risk. No, I'm good. No, I'm fine. No, I don't. And for me, it's not so much that you decline. It's the stupidity that is very similar to someone who hires himself as a lawyer in a criminal court case when they're facing a murder charge. It is the same thing when you need an appendectomy, and instead of letting the guy perform surgery on you, you ask for the surgeon to give yourself the scalpel. Now, I've been a practitioner for a long time. I see good and bad movement patterns all the time. I see people get hurt all the time. I get people that ask me about training after getting injured. I have people ask me about training after they get hurt all the time. I see the same types of patterns over and over and over again for more than a decade. So if a professional says, hey, I see something in your movement that represents an injury risk, it would make sense. It's kind of like if a traffic agent in New York sees that you're about to park somewhere illegally, and before giving you the ticket, they say, you know what? If you do park there, you risk getting a ticket. And then you tell the guy, nah, I'm fine. I don't know how to read the parking regulation signs. You're the guy that gives the tickets. You're telling me that there is an issue with what I'm about to do that can cost me a lot of money, but I don't need your input. That kind of mindset will always mess me up. Always. I will never be able to understand somebody who will look a professional in the eye while they are struggling and say, you know what? I don't want a professional's opinion. I want to wait until I need back surgery.
So, I mean, that kind of fueled, it definitely drew my ire to the point where it made me pretty angry and kind of lit a fire under me. And then I actually worked out a lot more efficiently myself. But I will never understand people who would rather, and this is, and I told you this in the past, that 3 out of 4 personal training clients in our society are women, specifically because men get so far up their own ass with their ego that even when they don't know what the fuck they're doing, even when they don't know what they're talking about, they want to project to the world that they're experts. And it's like, dude, you're 137 pounds at 5'11", soaking wet. It is obvious to me that A, you don't know what you're doing, and B, you're in physical pain. But you don't want to listen to a professional that says, hey, what you're doing, your body is telling you that it's no good. I'm telling you it's no good, but no, I just want to keep doing this because my ego. There's something that's always going to annoy me with that. So I got, pretty annoyed, and then I just mashed the workout on the hack squat. The dude is trying to do a low bar hack squat, basically with his knees angled toward each other. And it's like your hips are screaming out in agony. Your lower back, I can see the grimace on your face. But you don't want to get any relief. You don't want to get stronger. You don't want to get more muscular. You don't want to improve because somebody else has the answers you don't have. I would rather fuck myself up than listen to a professional's advice when he's telling me, hey, that discomfort I have is actually a sign that something's going wrong. Ugh. And it would be one thing if the dude had like 15 pounds more muscle than me. It'd be one thing. I'd be like, maybe he's working on something specific, right? But when it's obvious that you're in pain and you look like you don't lift at all, and you look at me and I have 50 pounds more muscle than you while only 2 inches taller than you, you should be able to look at me. And when I start talking about safety, because that's the first thing I said, would you like a safety/efficacy tip? No, I'm good. Okay. All right. And these are the people, and I think I told this to Louis Rossman, because he went to go help somebody who was bench pressing super fucked up on Monday, super fucked up. And when he went to go like save the guy from killing himself, starts waving him off like he's a mosquito. Okay, when the bar falls on your throat, I'm turning around and walking away. You deal with that yourself. And it's not the ego thing of, this guy said no to me, so fuck him. No, it's the mindset of somebody who it will be almost rude and or almost rude when you're just trying to help them, save them from themselves because they're doing dangerous things to themselves. That guy, if he would have snapped his back and would have herniated his disc, it would not have changed my life whatsoever. It would not have changed my quality of life. I would have had no problems. But I was looking to save him from himself for free. I don't need that. Right? But if I was offering you some free drugs or some free alcohol, oh yeah, give me that. It's the American male's mindset that annoys the shit out of me. And it's usually people who, weirdly enough, are experts in something, and they get the same annoyance, but then they think because they're an expert in one thing that nobody should ever say anything about to them about anything whatsoever. I don't need anybody's expertise because I'm a finance bro, or I write code for a living. Like, you don't know all there is to know about everything. And looking at your body, it makes sense that you squat 190 pounds and you look like you don't squat at all. There's a reason. Your joints are screaming out in pain, both in your knees, ankles, hips, and back, and I can see it. That nothing, the very few things annoy me more than that part of the male ego. Very few things.
I love that it looks like a giant squish stick. I know it's random.
Oh,
Just.
it's just another way to make that building look
So
creepy.
It's like perfectly.
I didn't even know there was a hole in that building
Pancake.
until just now.
Oh, yeah. Well, we saw it on the ad. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a
Well,
courtyard.
yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's still very creepy looking.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I matched my workout, and the movement patterns were good. Lower back felt good. My quads were screaming. I hit the 2 sets of 8 at 315, 2 sets of 8 at 275 in the hack. Then I went to the leg press, and when I thought that I was going to have a chance to kind of breathe, one of the lady trainers came with her client, and I was like, okay, I'll speed it up. And then I really just tried to keep my foot on the gas button, and before I can fully catch my breath, I went right back under. 545 on the leg press, 2 sets of 8, 495, 2 sets of 8. I went balls to the wall, and it after the 4th working set, I felt like my quads had turned to stone. I looked at Medusa. And then I did the leg curls, barely got through that. And then when I did the leg extensions, holy crap. I'm going to be feeling it for a while, but I got it done in about half the time that I got it done last week, which is a major, major thing for me physically and mentally, because Sunday was super horrible. And I was really starting to think that maybe I need to rewrite my program, because my body and mind is rebelling against my program for the first time really in 2 years. So today things felt really good. I'll see how well I recover. I'm finally going to hit the bench press tomorrow. Thank you for hitting the like button.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to finally hit that bench press tomorrow. I'm not going to be as strong as I was because I haven't bench pressed in a while, but I have my sights set on a lower number that I know is attainable, and then I'm going to make up for it with high volume on the back end. So I have a plan for success tomorrow. I feel very good about the plan for tomorrow to kind of get back into the groove. I think I'm going to take a step back a little bit on high volume, high weight. I might drop the weight a little bit, stay at high volume, or I might drop the volume a little bit and stay at the high weight to kind of get my confidence back and get that fucked up muscle feeling back, and I can start to love it again as I am taking in more calories than I was for over the last 2 months. I lost over 13 pounds. That's bad, right? So I would love to get at least close to 200 by the time my hypertrophy mesocycle is over. And then October is going to come, and it's going to be heavy squats, heavy deadlifts, low volume. Going to be going really, really hard to, get some high weight, low volume work to boost my strength ceiling. And then, toward the end of the year, maybe this December, I'm going to start doing my strength focused program on my way to trying to get that 500-pound deadlift before the end of the year. So stay tuned for that program change, because that is going to come next month. That also necessitates that I'm going to need to eat a lot more food than I've been eating. Not looking forward to that, but I got to do it. And right now I'm going to take in a couple of calories. I got a couple of back-to-back clients, and then I'm going to shower, and I'm going to, my Apple TV is a brick. So you either have to buy a new one.
That's my work buddy. My other work buddy.
Either I have to buy a new one,
my older work buddy,
which I'm tempted to do anyway, because I don't really want this brick anymore because it really sucks. Either that, or I'm going to try to see if I can get it unbricked. Either way, yeah, I'm going to get up out of here. Thank you so much for continuing to rock with me. Guys, if you're not an expert at something, no matter what it is, and an expert is talking to you, shut the fuck up and listen. If there is someone that has the education, or someone is trying to warn you that you're going down a path that is potentially injurious, and they are letting you know they are professional in that realm, at least listen to what they have to say, even if what they have to say is BS. Eat the meat, spit out the bones. But anytime somebody is trying to warn you that you're going down a dangerous path and you just shrug them off when you actually don't know what you're talking about, man, that's a lot of blessings that you are foregoing in this life. It ain't worth it. You know, a lot of people complain about, you know, people not being helpful or having bad luck. But a lot of the times we throw away our blessings because we don't recognize them when they're right there in our face. Don't be one of those people. Anyway, we're going to get up out of here. It's time to get some food real quick because, you know, I got to go and teach some more people. But be easy, y'all. Make good decisions. Listen to people that know more than you. It doesn't make you less of a man to listen to people that have more knowledge than you. All right, we're up out of here. Let's get out of here. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Peace.